Tommie here. I'm talking a lot with my hands because today is the day that I'm going to do my nail tutorial. I have gotten everything in. So these are currently my nails. They just look, I think they look decent. They're not bad, you know. I make sure to clean them up nice and everything for y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the products that I'm going to be using today because this should be a really simple tutorial. So I purchased some Nailite Odorless liquid monomer and the Nailite Odorless acrylic powder. These are 4-ounce products. Both of these are 4 ounces, and I got the color pink in the powder. So yeah, these were $26 as a set, and I got these on eBay. Next thing that I bought that I'm going to be using to do my nails are these dual nail forms, and I actually did the little numbering on them myself. So they come in the numbers 1 through 10. You know, the bigger the number, the bigger in size, the smaller the number, the smaller the form. And the next thing that I got were some coffin shaped nail tips, and I got 50 of these. So yeah, let me just show y'all. They're just actually coffin shaped tips, and you can see. And also they do have other kinds. I got the coffin kind, but they sell other ones as well. So if you want like almond shaped nails, they have almond tips. They have stiletto shaped tips, and then they have like these square ones, but they're like have a design on them. I bought one thing that came in the mail today. Then I got some acrylic primer because I didn't have a primer before when I was doing my nails, and I don't want to get lifting or anything like that. So I have everything that I'm gonna need. And I also just have my little dapping dish right here that I'm gonna put some monomer in. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So with this one, it doesn't have a smell or anything. Well, it has a smell, but it literally just stays in the bottle. And you don't really need too much product with this. Like, you don't need that much liquid like you would for a regular acrylic set. So other things that I have over here are like a little brush, some files, and my acrylic nail brushes, which I'm gonna invest into better brushes in the future. I'm just gonna go ahead and lay out all the tips and things that I need so that I won't waste time with that. Okay, so I have everything ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and prep my nails. So I'm gonna go ahead and buff the surface. My nails are clean, they're dry. I'm gonna go ahead and just lightly buff the surface of my nails. Brush off them. I'm not gonna cut my nails really short. Like, I feel like it's dumb to do that right now. So now I'm just gonna brush all of the powder off. And now I have my nail glue ready, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply the tips onto my fingers. Apply it to my hand. Okay, so to be honest with y'all, I'm actually having a few issues with these tips because like they're called half cover, and with them being half cover, I don't know, they have like this deep well part, and the product keeps sliding on my hand and it just won't stick right. Okay, so I finally got all the nails on, and I actually forgot to tell y'all to push back y'all cuticles. So get your cuticle pusher, and you just want to gently push them back. It doesn't hurt or anything. I'm trying to get a good angle. You're just pushing it back, which I've already done mine. So just make sure that you push your cuticles back. So yeah, let's go ahead and cut these. I don't want super long nails. So yeah, even though these were coffin, I don't know, that was kind of dumb of me to buy coffin. Like, I literally cut off most of the coffin so they don't even look like coffin anymore. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and shape these. Another way, instead of just filing the whole nail and doing all that kind of stuff, is just to take your clippers and clip out the shape, and then you just file it to clean it up. Alright, so I have filed all the nails, and this is what they look like so far. Okay, your next step should be to kind of make the nails the false nails flush with your real nails. So just buff the surface of this and kind of rough it up, also for a better grip on the acrylic. And I'm also using both of my buffer and my nail file to do this. So just make sure that you kind of make it flush. You don't have to do it like super flush. Like, don't try to over buff your own nail. You're mostly focusing on the false nail. Like, don't buff your real nail any more than you already have. The next thing that you want to do is go ahead and apply your acrylic primer, so that way the nails won't lift, and that makes sure that they have a really good grip. So you're only applying this to your natural nails. So the amount of acrylic that you want to use when starting off is really up to you. I personally like to use like a medium-sized amount. Since this is a pinky, most people probably use like one bead for the whole pinky, but I am being really cautious near my cuticle area not to touch my cuticle, because that causes lifting and all of that. So that's why I'm working so slow. I am not a professional at this at any means, and again, I am still somewhat a beginner. I do not know everything about this, and I'm far from perfect when applying my acrylic nails. But the slower I work and the more that I concentrate and don't try to rush things, I do notice that I have a better set, especially since this is my non-dominant hand. So I just kind of like pat the acrylic on, making sure that I get every angle possible, because like I said, non-dominant hand, not as easy to do. I also want to remind you all that this is an odorless system, which the makeup from a regular acrylic system is very different. It's more like a gel, so it's not necessarily like the traditional acrylic. It's way different. You'll notice that when I finish this hand, that I will have to file the top of my nails, because there will be what they call a tacky layer. And this tacky layer basically has to be either rubbed off with alcohol wipes, or it has to be filed off, which I'm going to use my electric drill for that. So you see, I'm just applying the acrylic. Again, not perfect at it. I'm just trying to make sure that my cuticle area is nice and neat and not touching it at all, because girl, if you do happen to get this on your skin, make sure that you wipe it off. I did have some type of a little bit of a reaction earlier, because I had the monomer on like my nail before I put the tips on, and it was not comfortable. It was a little bit burning. With any acrylic product in general, you do not want to get it on your actual skin, so just be cautious of that. And if you do get it on your skin, make sure that you wipe it away as quickly as possible, because most people, I'm not going to say most people, but a lot of people are allergic to the chemicals that are in there. So you don't want to expose yourself to these things for an extended amount of time. So yeah, I think I covered everything, and you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. One more thing that I wanted to mention about odorless acrylic is that it does take longer to dry. So it takes like 10 to 20 minutes to dry, which I don't mind because it doesn't smell at all. So keep that in mind if you purchase this system. So the way that you know that it's dry is that you're going to tap your nails, like you're going to hear like a clicking sound. It should not be dull. It should be like simply a click. Take your acrylic brush and just like tap your nails, and you should get a clicking sound. If you don't hear that clicking sound, then your nails are not dry. And then you just proceed on to, you know, filing or rubbing the tacky layer off. Right now I'm filing my nails. I'm sorry I'm all over the place, but the first thing I did after I applied the acrylic application was took my drill and just buffed the top until the you'll see with odorless acrylic you kind of have this tacky layer, like kind of I think with gel, so you have to kind of file that tacky layer away, or you can use alcohol wipes or something like that. But I just filed it with my drill. I'm so sad that the forms didn't work out for me. Anyway, I filed it with my drill, and now I'm going in and buffing it to make sure that it's smooth. So I've done the pinky one, and I didn't realize that I had made it a little smaller, but that's okay. So also I wanted to show you on this hand, but I changed what I was doing. So instead of using the forms, I ended up just applying it like you would apply regular acrylic, and then I buff the tacky layer away, and now I'm just using my buffing sanding block to just make each nail smooth. And of course, I'm working on my dominant hand with my non-dominant hand, so this hand was harder for me, and I'm so sad that I didn't record this process because these nails on this hand are literally flawless, and I'm so sad that I didn't get to show y'all that, but that's okay. So I'm just going to continue to do what I've been doing, and then I kind of use like my thumb or support, because if not, then my fingers really flimsy. So yeah, it gives it a little bit of pressure. Yeah, this one is a little too long, so yeah, I accidentally made some of them too long, so I'm shortening them just a little bit and buffing the sides down again with my handy dandy filer, just making sure that it's sharp. Now I'm just buffing. I hold and get like this is better because you can like squish it and all that kind of stuff. Or if it is your non-dominant hand, you can just move that hand back and forth if that works better for you, because you know, application, I can, yeah. So this is what this hand looks like. Yeah, this is just what they look like, and I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for color. So I'm gonna wash my hands and go ahead and paint them. Be decent for a new system. So yeah, this is just what they look like. Excuse the polish if it looks weird, because I painted these last night when I was halfway sleepy. So they're like a mild coffin, not too coffin, but mild coffin. The color that I use is by OPI from the Hello Kitty collection, and it is the color Super Cute in Pink. Pretty much it, guys. They're pretty basic right now, but when I start doing more intricate things with my nails, then I will definitely do like nail art stuff and show you guys how I do that. But right now, like I said, I'm still pretty much a beginner, so bear with me.